Hey folks, it's the Gulf Coast Challenge down in Mobile, Alabama, home of the Mardi Gras. How'd the Bulldogs do? You'll find out next on the Alabama A&M Football Review with head coach Connell Maynard.
Welcome to the Alabama A&M Football Review. Highlights, features, and analysis with head coach Connell Maynard.
Good evening and welcome to the Alabama A&M Football Review with head coach Connell Maynard. Bulldogs just arrived back from Mobile, Alabama in the Gulf Coast Challenge. Coach, the game didn't end the way we wanted it to end, but big kudos to your team from fighting back from a halftime deficit that could have cleared the stands in most games, Coach, but we ended up having a 7-point loss and an exciting football.
Yeah, we knew they had a good football team. And we got a good football team, but we just kind of got behind the 8 ball. They took the opening drive, went down and scored on us. And then we got the ball and they stopped us. We punted. They ran the punt back for a touchdown. Then they ran a kickoff after we scored. We got a field goal, kicked off, and they ran the kickoff back for a touchdown. Next thing you know, it was 21-3. We had a plan that we thought we could run the ball on. And we went with more of our heavy sets, and I think we averaged 4.9 yards per rush, and so we could run the ball on. But when we got down 21-3, it kind of took us out of our game plan a little bit, and then we had to open it up a little bit more, especially in the second half, being down 38-10 at halftime. That was crucial, and it took us out of our game plan where we wanted to run the ball more. So we had to kind of still run it in the second half, but we definitely had to open it up with the pass.
And of course, in doing that, you found out a lot about your student athletes. And what we mean by that is, folks, you called plays that you were confident in that you could run, Coach. But the biggest news is going 6 for 6 on 4th down conversions.
Yeah, it was big. We got our backs against the wall there in those situations. But it seemed like the more pressure we got, the better the guys played. Once we got down in 4th down situations where you got to have it, we were 6 for 6, and guys made some huge throws, some huge catches, some huge runs. And kudos to those guys for doing that. But we got to do a better job on 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down, so we won't be in those situations.
We'll hear more about that and see more about that when we come back on the Alabama A&M Football Review with head coach Connell Maynard. Welcome back to the Alabama A&M Football Review with head coach Connell Maynard. Oh yeah, I'm Ted Dixie, guy sitting next to the man. Happy to do that, Coach, especially last night. My voice is a little shaky today, as you can tell, but we were screaming in the second half, Coach. We knew we were better than what we were showing, and we're happy to see that in the second half.
Yeah, offensively, we moved the ball. We was able to move the ball. We was able to run the ball on them. Then we bogged down a couple of times. In the red zone, we had to kick a field goal. And then we had the turnover where Xavier fumbled right there before the half. We knew that was big because we could have got that touchdown there and cut it to 17. We get the ball coming out, we score 24-38.
And then Brown made a run at the end of the half that almost scored.
Yeah, he did. He almost got in a long run there that if he can break one tackle, he would get in, and that would have been a huge play in the game. So we knew we could move the ball. We just had to execute a little bit better. And defensively, it was 38. They scored 38 points in the first half, but 2 of them was on special teams. So really they scored 24 points, which still was too much, 3 touchdowns and a field goal. Probably was their only 4 possessions. I don't think they had a punt in the first half, maybe once. So we didn't play very good on defense, and we was giving up big plays, and we was missing tackles again. So we got to get that cleaned up. We got to tackle better. We have to tackle better, and we got to quit giving up the big play. We got to stay on top of these wide receivers and make people earn it. And if you make them earn it, good chance that they'll make a mistake before they get down there. And so we got to do a better job of bending, don't break, instead of giving up the big play. And we know what the issue is. Now we just got to get it fixed.
Speaking about getting it fixed, Coach, so that was the opening game in the 2024 conference schedule. We know about the Southwestern Athletic Conference, folks, the most competitive conference in the football championship subdivision. You have to keep playing the entire season because someone will come back to the pack.
Yeah, I mean, you got to play every week in this conference. You know, it's a tough conference, and from Valley to Pine Bluff to A&M to Southern to Grambling to all the teams, you got to play every week because you can get beat by anybody. It's not a very big difference from the top of this league to the bottom of this league. It's a couple plays, couple players, and you better be ready to play. If you don't, you're going to get beat. And if you are ready, you might get beat because it's some good football teams. So we definitely need Jackson State to lose again, and we went out, and that's the best case scenario. We get a three-way tie probably.
That's what I'm hoping for.
And we still be able to get in. Another way would be they lose twice. They would have to lose twice, and we don't lose anymore. So we definitely got to win the rest of our football games and see how the chips fall and keep ourselves in contention.
Get me off the hook now, Coach. People keep asking me about what your thinking is about quarterback play. Please explain that to the folks. As we go to practice, we hear what you say. Do it your way. Explain that to the Bulldog faithful for me.
Well, I mean, I think it's obvious Xavier Langford played well yesterday, coming in early with our running game, our running package, and him running the ball. He played well. And then the second half, when we had to open it up and throw the ball, he threw the ball well. He had 3 touchdown passes, over 250 yards passing. So he played well. He gave us a chance. He competed. He kept us in the game, gave us the opportunity to come back and win the football game. So Xavier will be starting this week.
And he also scored a touchdown on a rushing attempt.
And he also had a rushing touchdown. Yes, he did. He played well.
And what some of the people don't realize is that the team has to have confidence in their quarterback, and that means they have confidence so they can win.
Of course, the quarterback has had a team behind him. He has had an offense behind him, the team behind him. They believe in him, and it makes all the difference in the world. And I think they do believe in Xavier. And so we're going to see if Xavier can take us to the promised land.
We interviewed Howard Ballard at halftime. He was a member of the Buffalo Bills that had the largest comeback in NFL playoff history against Houston. You know the famous shot, Warren Moon throwing his helmet on the ground. I asked him what Marv Levy said to him at halftime, said to the team, and he said, just go back and forget what you did, but just play one play at a time. We saw that. You probably said something similar to your team.
Yeah, we just wanted effort. We wanted effort, maximum effort. Nobody else can say it's my fault. We got no time for no more of my faults and drops. We got to play perfect half. We need more effort for 4 seconds, 5 seconds. Okay, I don't care if you run out of gas. You give me all you got this half. We're going to go out and compete. And we fall a little short, but it ain't going to be because we didn't try. And when we quit and we gave up, and that's what the team did. They showed a lot of intestinal fortitude, kept fighting. We had an opportunity there. If we get one stop right there at the end, we get the ball back and a chance to go down and score. I'm telling you right now, if we went down and scored, we would have went for 2 for the win.
Love that. And we'll see those second half highlights. Hey, our editor Nathan's going to work real hard on these, folks. Please enjoy them when you come back and watch the Alabama A&M Football Review with head coach Connell Maynor.
Darryl brings new energy to the power plant. Julian's accounting is by the numbers. They're student interns from the College of Business and Public Affairs at Alabama A&M University, where marketing class connects with the community and companies come to recruit. So while Kyle strengthens his managerial skills, he's earning a business degree and experience at Alabama A&M University. Start here, go anywhere. Companies hunger for our food scientists. Here, a new generation manages our cities of tomorrow. The discovery of hardier plants, healthier animals, is growing at our research station, Alabama A&M University, where new designs and ideas are put to the test. Be a researcher in our labs or a forestry fire dog in our fields. Alabama A&M University. Start here, go anywhere.
Parker is 29. and learning to communicate again. The students teaching him earn a degree with 100% job placement. But the real reward is changing a life. At Alabama A&M, it's a university where agencies actually go to recruit compassionate students who help themselves by helping others. Service is sovereignty at Alabama A&M University. Start here, go anywhere.
Again, thank you for watching the Alabama A&M Football Review with head coach Connell Maynor. I'm the man sitting next to the man, Ted Dixie. Happy to be here, coach. The second half of that ball game. We got texts that were saying, are we losing? Then we got texts that were saying, oh my goodness, we're coming back. Then we got texts saying, oh my goodness, I've had to call 911 because I've had a heart attack. Thank y'all for making that comeback, coach. it's just hard on us when we watch it.
Yeah, Ted, we really don't want to put you in those situations. We don't want to get to that point to where we get down 20, 30 points or 3 or 4 touchdowns and have to play perfect. And when you get down like that, you have to play perfect the rest of the football game. So you don't want to put yourself in that situation. You'd rather be up where now you can make a couple mistakes on offense or make a couple of mistakes on defense and still be in good shape the way they were, because we made a lot of plays there in the second half, and they had big enough cushion to where they was able to withstand it and still hold on for the W. So I thought it was a big play in the football game. Third quarter after we scored, I think after we scored our second touchdown, make it 24-38, they had a 4th and 3 near midfield, and they went for it. I didn't think they was going to snap it. I thought they was trying to draw us off sides.
Right.
And I asked TC after the game, I said, man, why'd you go for that? He said, because I just felt it was a big moment. I said, you're right, there was a big moment. We had the momentum. We had the momentum turn. If they'd have punted right there, we go down and score 31-38.
Ooh, son.
So, it was a big play in the football game, and I take my hats off to him. He knew that it was a big play, and because if he don't get it, it gives a short field.
Real short field.
And we was moving the ball at will. So I thought that was a big play in the second half, and a good decision by him on his part to feel the momentum about the switch. But yeah, we don't want to get in those situations where we have to make these tremendous comebacks because a lot of times you run out of gas at the end. But like I say, hats off to them. They had a good game plan and got up on us, and we got to get our special teams right. We gave a punt return on special teams, gave a kickoff return on offense, on kickoff. And then we gave some big plays and missed some tackles on defense. So, we got to get that cleaned up, and we get that cleaned up, we'll be all right. 45-38. We can't give up 45 points. We scored 38 points. That's probably enough points to win most games in the SWAC. But, 45 points is too much. So we got to get that cleaned up.
Of course, we see the results of the coaching decisions made during the week. You swapped around some people on the offensive line. You inserted some people on defense that had not really played that much this year, and they were getting their real first action. So putting that all together in the bowl, Coach, to come out the way you did has to say more about your football team than you're good. You're resilient.
Yeah, well, you always say after the first game of the season, your biggest improvement is going to be from the first game to the second game. We probably had 5 or 6 guys playing in their first game. So, their biggest improvement is going to be the next football game. And we had a couple of those guys that made some mistakes that cost us in this game, which was their first game. So, but that's part of it. They know better. You just got to do your job for one play. You got to do your job for one play and then do it again the next play. And we didn't do that. We didn't do that. We let them get behind us and blew some coverages and gave us some big plays. So, and we didn't tackle well. We just didn't tackle well. We're reaching and we're diving, and we got to hit them, twist and turn, and get them down to the ground. Got it. The fundamentals. We got to get back to them.
Tackling seems to be short in college football this season, Coach. Is it something about maybe the rules, how much time you get to tackle, the weight? Even now, kids are talking about the targeting rule. You can't hit someone with the crown of your helmet or make a football play. You're not thinking about hurting someone, but you're getting ejected for the game for a mistake, so to speak, that you have no intention of making. Is that what the problem really could be about tackling?
Well, I think it's a little bit of both. I think the offensive guys, the skill guys are so good in space where they can either juke you, they can run you over, they can stiff arm you. So if you're not solid in your technique and running through the guy, putting your face mask in his chest, wrapping up and twisting, it's a good chance you're going to miss the tackle. If you're diving out of control or you're reaching, he's going to knock your arm down or he'll break the tackle, run through that one-arm tackle.
Step on you.
Right, so you have to be solid. You got to get a good base. You got to drive through them. You got to wrap them up, and you got to twist and take them down to the ground. So I think it's a little bit of both on the defensive side and the offensive side where, their job is to make you miss.
Right.
Your job is to tackle them. So it's a little bit of both.
And of course, Coach, the next time you take the field, it'll be homecoming. Right here on the Hill, October 12th. You can go to AAMUsports.com and get tickets. You better hurry up. They're going fast. They might already be gone. So, but we'll talk more about the Bulldogs' next opponent, the Wildcats from Bethune-Cookman, We come back next on the Alabama A&M Football Review with head coach Connell Maynor.
To the fans at Alabama A&M, I would just want to say thank you to you guys. Y'all always coming out, showing your support. If we're doing right, you're going to let us know. If we need to do better, you're going to let us know as well. And I always want to say thank you for everything you've done and keep being you.
Fans, we want y'all to come out, support. Hope y'all come out, support so we can win this championship.
Darryl brings new energy to the power plant. Julian's accounting is by the numbers. They're student interns from the College of Business and Public Affairs at Alabama A&M University, where marketing class connects with the community and companies come to recruit. So while Kyle strengthens his managerial skills, he's earning a business degree and experience at Alabama A&M University. Start here, go anywhere. Engineering and science usually look like this, but our students build race cars from the ground up, explore wind tunnels, particle accelerators, and crystal growth. Our studies in cybersecurity and rocket propulsion have tech companies like Google and SpaceX recruiting at Alabama A&M University, with one of the highest percentages of women STEM graduates in the country. Alabama A&M University. Start here, go anywhere.
Parker is 29 and learning to communicate again. The students teaching him earn a degree with 100% job placement. But the real reward is changing a life. At Alabama A&M, it's a university where agencies actually go to recruit compassionate students who help themselves by helping others. Service is sovereignty at Alabama A&M University. Start here, go anywhere.
Man, fans, come out, do what y'all always do. Bulldog Nation always want to show up. They always ride for us. Every game they out for us. On Twitter, they out for us. We love y'all. We're going to show out for y'all. We're going to give y'all a championship.
I got a great message for you guys. 2024, the Alabama A&M Football Bulldogs will be your SWAC championship. We need your support. Please show up and pack the stadium. We will give you guys a show.
Again, thank you for watching the Alabama A&M Football Review with head coach Connell Maynor. My name is Ted Dixie. You can hear us this Saturday on 90.9 FM WJAB. Kickoff is at 2:30 p.m. That means the pregame show you heard about 2:15. Coach, there's a lot that goes on homecoming, but we need a crowd that's about the football game, not about the barbecue.
Well, you know, it could be about all that stuff. It could be about the gospel show and the talent show and the barbecue and the tailgates. But when it's time for the game to start, then you shut all that down and come to the game.
Right.
And enjoy the game, cheer the guys on, fill the stands up. And then after the game, you go back to tailgating, you go back to the after party, and you go out and do all that stuff.
Take a
but
break.
We need to be at the football game. We need your support. We need you yelling. We need you on your feet. We need you making noise. We need that stadium full of maroon and white.
We need a home field, and we're happy to have one, a gorgeous stadium. If you've never been, please, there's lots of construction on North Parkway. Please go to AAMUsports.com or go to your local news agencies and figure out your way to campus. We don't need you stuck on the Parkway. We need you in the stands. So for Coach Maynor, I'm Ted Dixie. Thank you for watching the Alabama A&M Football Review with head coach Connell Maynor.
Bulldog fans, thank you for joining us today for the Alabama A&M University Football Review. Bulldog faithful, we encourage your support and participation. Until next time, go Bulldogs!